Sawadee krap, I'm JP Mestanza. Today is November 26, Tuesday. You're watching Phuket Extra, brought to you by pdcphuket.com. Two Thai men are now in custody in Patong after they were found driving with a shotgun in the back seat of their vehicle following reports of a road rage confrontation involving a shotgun in Patong. The incident took place at about 11:30 a.m. on Monday, according to reports. A 23-year-old Thai man told police he was threatened by two men with a shotgun following a driving dispute over being cut off in traffic on Patong's Phra Metta Road. Shortly after, police set up a roadblock where they intercepted two suspects, a 37-year-old who was driving the vehicle and a 27-year-old passenger, both males. They were stopped at the Kok Makam intersection on Phra Barami Road, where police officers conducted a search. That's when police found a shotgun on the back seat of the vehicle. Both men were detained and taken to Patong police station for questioning and were later charged, though it's not exactly known what they were charged with. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. 1 month from now will mark the 20th anniversary of the tragic 2004 tsunami that killed hundreds of thousands of people, including right here in Thailand. And this week, Thailand's Disaster Prevention Department launched a mission to deploy tsunami warning buoys in the Andaman Sea and the Bay of Bengal. An event presided over by Vice Governor Adul Chutong took place on Monday at the Phuket Deep Seaport at Cape Panwa, attended by Interior Minister and Deputy Prime Minister Anutin Chamvirakul to oversee the launch of the tsunami warning buoys. The two buoys will be installed in the usual locations in the Andaman Sea and the Indian Ocean as part of a network that monitors for possible tsunami activity and issues an early tsunami warning to coastal countries in the region. The warning system is to ensure proper evacuation and safety for residents and tourists located in these areas. One buoy, Station 23461, which is a gray dart buoy, will be installed about 340 kilometers northwest of Phuket, while Station 23401, a larger yellow buoy, will be installed about 965 kilometers west-northwest of Phuket in the Bay of Bengal. The installation comes after news from the U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration stated that both buoys currently installed in those same exact locations have not transmitted any data for the past 45 days at least. The official report of the launch event on Monday did not make any mention of whether this latest mission, as it was called, was to replace two missing tsunami warning buoys or whether it was the regular replacement of the buoys after 2 years in operation. The 2004 tsunami took place on December 26 and caused massive loss of life in several countries across the region, with Indonesia hit the hardest with a confirmed 130,736 deaths, followed by Sri Lanka at just over 35,300 deaths, then India with over 12,400 deaths. There was a confirmed 5,395 deaths in Thailand, including in Phang Nga province and right here in Phuket. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. The Labor Minister is looking into registering 20 million informal workers in Thailand, for vendors to farmers and delivery service drivers, in order to allocate budgets for welfare protection. Minister Pipat Ratchakit is currently pushing for a new bill to be tabled for cabinet consideration, which would require the registration of these informal workers to make sure that money is set aside to help them, according to a ministry spokesman. Informal workers in Thailand include digital content creators and influencers, as well as food vendors, actors, and even delivery drivers. The Labor Ministry says this segment of society represents a large portion of the population, about 20 million people, who they say face a wide range of problems, including work hazards, to a lack of access to funds. The bill from the Labor Ministry is meant to plug loopholes and ensure there are mechanisms to, quote, protect them, but would require informal workers to register with the Labor Ministry. So far, according to a ministry spokesman, just over 17,000 people have expressed interest in registering, with as many as 9 million informal workers expected to register in the first year if the bill is passed. No details were available as to the cost, but formal registration will make them more visible in the system, improving the government's ability to target relief. The bill, which was reviewed by the Council of State, divides informal workers into two groups: self-employed, such as farmers and vendors, and partly dependent, such as delivery service riders. The bill also proposes a fund to support informal workers. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
Sure that it'll be easier to clear you from my mind.
An investigation is now underway following the discovery of a total of 73 corpses stored at 2 Buddhist places in the northern province of Wichit. The investigation began last week after the discovery of 41 human bodies at Panakon Chaibovon Monastery in Wichit, Potale district. Pra Ajahn Saifon Panatito, the chief of the monastery, was interrogated by local police, and it was revealed that he, along with other monks, used the bodies as aids for a meditation technique that he developed. He also told a local TV station that practitioners meditate in pavilions that hold coffins with the human remains. During their investigation, police learned that this same monk had earlier stayed at Wat Pa Sivilai in another part of Wichit province, where police uncovered another 32 bodies on Monday. The abbot of Wat Pa Sivilai told officials that most of the bodies were late followers and their relatives, and they had given consent for monks to keep their bodies there. The Bangkok Post reports that officials would determine if the existence of human bodies at both places violated a law governing cemeteries and crematoriums. Local authorities were examining the bodies to identify them. Wichit police say they are working with authorities in other provinces to investigate how widespread this practice is. For more, visit the link in the description. Residents and business owners in parts of Chalong and Wichit are being asked to hold water in reserve ahead of a major water supply outage set for this Thursday, according to the Phuket Provincial Waterworks Authority. The PWA issued a notice saying that a large swath of Wichit and parts of Chalong will be affected by the scheduled water supply outage this Thursday, November 28th, from 9 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. They stated that the water supply will be cut for just over 14 hours this Thursday in order for workers to carry out replacement repairs to a 400mm HDPE water supply mains in front of the Panason Tep Anuson housing estate in Wichit, though officials did say that the water supply could come back earlier than 11:30 p.m. The areas to be affected by the weak water supply or no water supply at all were identified as Chaufa West Road, Pruksaville, Chaufa Tep Anuson, and other locations, which are now on your screen. The water supply cutoff is expected to stretch all the way from Tep Anuson intersection on Chaufa West Road, which is just past the Shell petrol station near the Ramada Plaza by Wyndham, to about Soy Palai in Chalong and Ban Borai just off Sakti Det Road in Wichit. The PWA cautioned that after water supply is restored, the water may appear discolored or contain sediment temporarily. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. Thanks for joining us here on this Tuesday edition of Phuket Extra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. We'll see you again tomorrow. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000 and luxury properties can go all the way up to $20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.